I'm a armament scientist, and I got my training at Institute of Armament Technology, Girinagar, Pune. And I joined DRDO in 1970. And after my retirement from DRDO, I got the assignment in Office of Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India. So I was working there. Now I am at present. I am the president of Global Association for Research, Education and Training. This stainless steel is one of the important material which is used in our the nuclear as well as in the defense, and all the structures because of the you see it doesn't get corroded easily. So that's one of the reason the stainless steel is a preferred material. You see, one of the important thing which I see is research. I'm not much aware that how much research we are doing, but of course we are doing research in stainless steel. The transferring the I say lab to fab. I do something in the lab. I do the procedures, but I can't take it to the fabrication. This is what is happening in most of our technologies because there's a valley called Valley of Death. So what happens? We develop the product to technology readiness level 3 or 4, and after that we can't take it further. There are many issues, so that gap needs to be filled, and we can be world leaders if we fill that type of gap from research to fab. The laser technology, use of laser, and the friction stir welding.
Okay.
Friction stir welding is these are the very popular techniques.
Okay. And sir, how did it change the whole game?
Uh, this I am talking from the defense point of view.
Yes, sir.
These are the preferred techniques.
Okay.
And it's definitely a game changer. And I was also working in the field of explosive welding, which is a very versatile field, welding technique, in which you can join the two dissimilar metal by the use of the explosive force. So, but the only problem we couldn't bring it to the industry because of the limitation of use of explosives. The sustainability, of course, you can use other material too. This is applicable to not only stainless steel,
Right.
but the stainless steel. You see, the recyclability and all those things. We are not putting much on the resources which are available with us. So the stainless steel definitely is a very good material. We can reuse, recycle. So this is one of the factors which is attractive for the use of stainless. Growth is, you see, slowly we are taking up in defense. It has catched in the, especially in the sophisticated systems. The stainless steel is being used for as a material, and I think it's taking up very fast. The growth rate, if I say, is the order of about 6%
Okay.
to 10%. I will.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my estimate.
Okay.
A government can support by creating more skill centers because welding starts from the skill of the welder. So if we have state-of-the-art skill centers, we will be able to produce so many welders, and not only welders will be used here, they will be available for worldwide jobs.
Right.
So the advanced countries like Korea and the US, they are looking for the trained welders. So this is the government can support in the skill, and then coming down to equipment. I think we need not do much on the equipment at present. The R&D on equipment is not required. We can get the equipment from abroad. But on that, scaling is the important thing which we should do. Because importing equipment is easier rather than making your own equipment.
Correct.
That can go parallelly. But we should do the job of integration, I will say. Integration of welding with the equipment. So that is